the Faceoff X. One place where Colgate's got the advantage, Colucci vying for it. Better than 59% at the X this season. And indeed, it is Colgate that comes away with the first Faceoff win of this one.
End of the field and not let Cornell get the chance to shoot on goal.
Yeah, Ellie, that's huge, quite frankly. This is a Colgate team that only averages just over 9 goals a game. Meanwhile, the Big Red are over 13 goals per game. So for the Raiders to capitalize on that early opportunity, massive. Yeah, that's a great point. And one of the other things that Coach Carwick talked about for Colgate, he said, look, we need to be physical, fearless, and competitive. Right there, just a lapse of focus on the slides, which was going to be a huge area for Colgate if they were going to mitigate this high-flying Cornell attack under second-year head coach Connor Busick. A 3-time All-American.
And the goalies so that they can really rack it up those goals.
Carwick in his 4th season at the helm of Colgate. And from his playing days and coaching days at Notre Dame, he said, look, Cornell is a team that can pick you apart. Our slides need to be picture perfect. And 2 times now on both offensive possessions for the Big Red, just some lapses.
Here.
Absolutely. And it's right on cue. Piatelli with a goal, Kelleher with a goal, and Kurz with an assist. Those were 3 guys that Coach Busick really pointed to for Cornell and said, look, these are the kind of people we need to build around to replace the Jeff Teets of the program who are no longer with the Big Red. These were some of the guys who stepped up early on Colgate. 4 different goal scorers for the Big Red. And one place where we might have thought Colgate would have an advantage, they are indeed delivering. Colucci has come away with the bulk of the face-off wins. That time, though, Cornell wins the battle.
Rest now going to the face-off. We'll see if they can continue this momentum and capitalize on that goal.
And right on cue, you mentioned how they need to thrive in the face-offs. And right there, 2 leading goal scorers added 2 more. At the face-off X, where Colgate has the bulk of the opportunities thus far, and it is another win for Thomas Colucci. Barwick said that how they were not really moving the Cornell defense like Colgate, or rather like Cornell was on the other side. That time is really the first time we saw the Raiders draw a double and then use that slide against Cornell. And on this caused turnover, an opportunity for Colgate to tie this one up.
They're given an advantage. Taking advantage of those might be the key to pulling away for Cornell or for Colgate to keep this game tight.
And this amoebic offensive sorts that Connor Busick employs that has guys going in and out. We got an immediate opportunity on the faceoff. Colucci took it all the way in towards Cage. He hadn't scored a goal all season.
Score against Colgate, 6-3 lead. And we still have 9:30 to go in only the second quarter.
Absolutely. And as Colucci looking to take another one, this time he opts to flip it out to Minikis. But we have seen a little bit of this movie before with Colgate. Remind you, this Cornell up by 4 once again with just over 5 to go in the second half. And frankly, CJ Kirst has been on fire. 4 goals already in this one.
Something we've really seen from the Cornell offense is that they're able to convert and do it quickly. A couple of the Cornell goals have come from really quick offensive conversions that the Big Red have taken advantage of, something that Colgate quite hasn't been able to do yet, taking longer, reflected in the scoreboard. We go to take the face-off with just over 2 minutes remaining in this first half.
But another face-off win for Colucci, able to give the Raiders some life. It's picked up by the Pole, Will Rosenblatt.
Important for this Colgate offense to give them the opportunity to get downfield to score, and that's exactly what they did in this play.
Ellie, best way to beat a team that slides really well, just beat him to the spot, and that's exactly what Rubenstein did. But Piatelli's got it back on the doorstep, and Long's knocked to the turf.
So crucial for Colgate's success in this game is the face-off, but Cornell is actually leading in those, which may give some indication as to why the score looks the way it does.
Absolutely. Coming in, Colgate was around 59% from that mark. Meanwhile, the Big Red were just 43% at the face-off X. It's Colgate coming away with another one. But the Big Red have 2 more face-off wins, make that now 1 more face-off win than Colgate, a mark that...
Face-off, Colgate can get it back and see if they can try and cut back on Cornell's ever-growing lead.
Colucci makes it 2 for 2, and then he comes up.
Any energy that they had after Colucci was escorted off the field there, causing a lull in the game. It's going to be interesting to see how Colgate will respond with this face-off.
At the X, a face-off win this time for Colgate. but immediately lost, and the Big Red take possession.
Thinking about whether or not to score, and he made that extra pass, allowing Cornell to go up to now double digits.
Petrakis immediately comes away with it and rifles it down low, met by Lacombe. And this time it is
using that over and over now that they've scored 2 consecutive goals using that play mythology.
Still Matt Carwick sticking with the freshman Kronk at the X. Jockeying with it, but they'll get him for an infraction against Petrakis. Cornell takes possession once again. This Colgate team this season, his own coach says, look, he is super composed in net and in the clearing game, which is why he's starting. He's nasty as a freshman, but his defense simply has not done him any favors today with those slides. You saw the frustration. This third quarter has been all Big Red. The first 2 quarters, you saw a little bit of resistance from the Raiders, but the number 7 team in the country has put a stranglehold on this one in the third frame.
We saw Colgate Cup, and Colucci's still not on the field for the Raiders. We'll see how that impacts their face-off here.
And if you missed what happened, Thomas Colucci was taking all the face-offs as he typically does for this team, but came up lame as he won one earlier in the third quarter, stepped off. Now we're going to see a different look for Colgate at the face-off X. It works in the favor of the Raiders. That time on the face-off, Brian Williams came away with it. It was his first attempt and first win of the game.
Even without Colucci, it seems like Colgate's still showing signs of life, trying to fight, and really working hard in that face-off circle.
The new look worked the first time. The second time around, it's a ground ball loose. And that is 2 for 2. It gets some juke. Well, first of all, Colgate has yet to score on the man up. And second of all, that time a shorthanded opportunity. You saw Kirst walk it back and up not to go towards goal at the end of the third quarter. Here in the fourth, he wasted no time, split the double once and twice, came around cage. That is his 6th tally of the day, making 28 goals on the season for C.J. Kirst, a sophomore from Bernardsville, New Jersey.
That's impressive coming from Kirst, as you said, sophomore, who this would be his first season not getting to play, as the Ivy League did cancel their season of defense that the other one is able to work. And we're seeing goals and assists from a variety of players for the Cornell team today, kind of showing the breadth and depth that this program has in terms of skills on offense.
20 still in these teams. These values of look, be physical, be fearless, be competitive. And that's something they
completely figured out how to get past this Cornell defense. They're certainly making it count now. They're actually going into this fourth quarter. They were leading shots on goal against Cornell, and now are finally figuring out how to make those really apparent in the way that we've seen them play today.
Well-deserved nod following the first career tally for the freshman Alex Holmes. 16-9 Big Red, 5:30 to go in the game.